Everybody, come on. I want to see some energy in the building tonight. Let's go, hey. Come on, come on. Come on. What we say? Come on, come on. What we say? Hey.
After the reggae, play the blues, the blues, the blues. Make you do, that's I do, I do, I do. Enjoy yourself, the blues, the blues, the blues. People your boo, get the boo, the boo, the boo. Share the gala, share the boo, the boo, the boo. Everybody wanna do, the boo, the boo. As far as the money, video pop champagne. Baba si bad the way them the boo, the boo, the boo. You don't know I'm not catching the boo, the boo, the boo. The money from the like swimming pool.
Hey, all right, welcome back. This is 10 over 10 on Citizen TV. Hope you are enjoying yourselves tonight. Now, in addition to the fun and the music and the dancing, we also like to have real conversations here today. So we're going to be talking on a hot button issue, and I hope to hear from a lot of you on what you think about this. We're going to be talking about emergency contraceptive pills. Yanile P2. There is an issue where young people have been said to be abusing emergency contraceptives lately, and I have some shocking statistics that we got from PSI Kenya. So we're going to get into those statistics in a moment, but to help me discuss this issue in a very real way, we've got Kate Rira, who is a media personality, currently hosting the Drive Show at 1FM. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
All right, good to have you. And Paddy Mwangi, who is a pharmaceutical consultant. So you will give us the real. Okay? All right, so let me just go through the statistics very quickly here. This was, I think, research done in the last 1 year. These were women surveyed between the age of 15 to 29. Now, here's what the research showed. That many of the women who purchased ECPs, that's, emergency contraceptive pills, had done so 2 or more times in the last month. 74% of them said they use these pills as their only method of contraception, and as many as 70% thought that ECPs are more convenient than other methods. Is there a problem with this? Let's start with you.
Numbers don't lie.
Right?
And unfortunately, those numbers are a reflection of the perception that we have about contraception, that it's something you can just take a pill and sort it all out.
Right.
But many people don't realize that these things are hormonal based.
Okay.
They're not something you can just take and the consequences just go away. These things, if you continue taking them, they were designed for emergency. That word is so important because there are situations that require emergency contraception. But not every situation can be classified as an emergency.
Right.
So to think about the side effects is more important than just thinking about the here and now.
Yeah.
So planning. I mean, just like everything else, you plan to go out, you plan to have a drink, you even have a budget. You also need to plan your own contraception and your habits, your sexual habits, because if you do that now, the consequences in 2 years, 5 years, or 10 can be, you never have a child, or your body just doesn't respond to anything. Or even when you're on medication, and then you mix that medication with a contraception, you'll be surprised the kind of consequences. So those are some of the
Yeah, we'll talk a
issues.
little bit about some of the dangers of having emergency contraception be your main contraception. But the stories that I hear are that, like, on a Saturday morning or like a Sunday morning after kwa chemist, the most purchased pills are is P2.
Okay, that's
Why is that? Why is that?
It's true because that is
This
is the thing that is being used constantly. This is what people are doing in campuses. This is the thing, and I might just get into loggerheads with him because, but he's a professional. But you know, the fact that this thing was introduced into the market, it's for consumption. The essence of any product is for
What about the word
consumption.
emergency?
Well, isn't everything an emergency?
No, here's the thing, yeah. My mom, when I was growing up, she said that, she told me something I'll never forget. She said that not everything that is put on the table is good for food.
Aye.
Neither is everything that you find on the shelf good for you to consume. So as you grow older, you start understanding that it is true. Not everything that you're sold to or that is available for your purchase is good for you, and you still have to use discernment.
Well, let me ask this. Could it be an issue of that they're so affordable? How much are P2s? 150? Oh. Where's the 50 ball? No, 150, Cindy.
Affordable price.
So could that factor into this? People are just saying, let me go out, have fun, cheapwood, whatever. Get your 150. That's nothing.
And that's true, but you know now, I can sell you something for 130 or even 100 bob. But does that mean that you now use my product versus common sense? Because at the same time, there are issues that you can't run away from. The other diseases that you catch when you're using P2s that will not be you can't just wipe them away with a pill.
Right.
Like HIV or other STIs. In fact, now with those numbers will come other statistics, things like chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, migusita, kisonono.
What is that? Wait.
I mean, there's some disease. You know what? When you start to understand the consequences of unprotected sex, even just the pleasure is negated. You actually won't think much about the pleasure when you start understanding.
Let me ask you, Kate, because I've heard people say that a lot of young women these days are more scared of getting pregnant than they are of contracting disease.
And let me tell you, the first time I had that was in high school.
Okay.
Someone told me that, like,
Wow.
I don't, like, getting pregnant is the scariest thing, you know, it's a responsibility, an infant. But having an infection, you can always deal with that. There's always medicine. We're still finding a cure for AIDS. We're still finding a cure. So let's just mess around, because there's still a cure coming up. And then one thing I've realized is that we always say YOLO. You only live once. Yes. So we're out here living once, you know, and then they give us a pill to live once for, you know, like this guy was just making it easy
so it kind of
for us.
goes with the lifestyle that we're living
They're
anyway.
making it easy for us. Everything is accessible.
So do you think they
Everything is
should be
right there.
taken off the market?
Okay.
Actually, no.
What do you think?
The marketer in me would be like, no, this will hurt the manufacturers. You get there's someone who earns out of this. And then again, I think you need to be informed, for real. Like, he's saying some fact. You need to be informed. You can't be out here popping
So
pills.
let's inform then, because P2 is not something that you should be taking on a regular basis, right?
Yeah.
So what should be our preferred method of contraception?
First of all, get to know your body, get to understand, because there's some women and men as well who do not know cycles. They don't understand menstrual cycle. So even for a woman, it is imperative. You need to know what is your cycle. Then on top of that, get medical advice. It is so important to understand what you as a person can consume safely and what somebody else can, because we assume that all women will respond the same to P2.
That's interesting. You know, I thought he was going to say condoms. Like, I thought that should be
me
number
too.
one.
Like, I was
Shouldn't
like,
that be number one?
That's just one form of contraception.
Okay.
Do you know there are people who are allergic to condoms to the point of even dying because
that's a real thing.
The latex you can react to it.
Okay.
So again, you have to go back to a doctor or a medical professional and not a quack, not somebody you just know who gives you suggestions. Go with somebody if they really love you or if they care about your health, not just getting their groove on. Yeah, but it's about your health. So if they care enough about you, they should accompany you to a medical professional checkup for both of you, because now you get to understand each other's bodies, because you're getting into each other's
Kate,
bodies.
do you think that's realistic?
Okay, I won't lie. By the time, let's just start there. You guys, with the Mugoiremo thing, you talk about quacks, they're everywhere, available to everyone. Well, it's quite realistic. You know, he's saying the truth, but we don't believe it. This is a YOLO generation. You guys, we Snapchat everything, every moment. So, the fact of the matter is, let's be careful even though we're using it. Let's be careful. But then again, you guys should be very realistic when you're putting this product out here for us.
Well, you know what?
You guys. People.
Again, no one can control. The market will be forced, demand and supply. Demand and supply will always form, any business you think about, demand and supply plays in. So we have to be able to control demand by first controlling ourselves. Like when it comes to sex, yeah, ask yourself, what are the benefits versus the dangers? Because when I look at my life, yeah, it's true, I only live once. But how do I want to live? Because quality versus quantity. You may be living 20, 30 years, but you won't be able to enjoy a sexual experience again, or you'll never have a child, or you have diseases that you can't get solution. So you only live once. Yes, it's in the positive as well as in the negative.
Yeah. So
how the quality of that life you want to live.
I want to toss it over to Willis Raburu, who's standing by with a couple of people in the audience there. I think we have some questions. So what's going on, Willis?
So right, of course, first of all, I just take some two very interesting comments I've seen on social media. We have at Eddie Nski, who says, who actually says P2 backfires, it has happened to me. That is why it's called emergency pill. And then we have Ebi Chepkoech, who says, endeleeni kumeza P2 mutolewa na chemist. Yeah, those are just people using the hashtag 10/10. But I want to take some questions. I'll allow you to just come here, because you said you had a question as well. So go ahead and uresa swali yako. Kuna daktari na pia Keta kwa hapa anaweza kupatia mawaidha.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So I wanted to be sure if there's a chance when you take this pill, it is like 90-10%, 90% it will backfire.
Right, so there's that one.
And 10% you would get pregnant.
Okay, let's just get another question.
Yeah, we'll get like two more questions, so you note it down, and then who else had a question? Yes, you.
I wanted to ask, is it true when you take more than 5 packets of P2 pills that there's a chance that you're going to be barren at the end?
Right. What is true that there is a lot of activity. Come on, Chukwa 5, you're very active. All right.
My question was, what are the other safer methods of using, rather than using P2, the other safe methods?
Right. Yeah. All right. Of course, so there are those questions. There is the question about the percentage. There's a question about using 5, and then what are other safer methods. And also bearing in mind, Joey, that just last year there was 50 million condoms were distributed, and yet people are still using P2. Fikiria hayo, Joey?
Okay. All right. Let's go through a couple of those questions that the audience has started with. So one of them was, what's the preferred method that we should be using rather than P2?
Just, of course, reading from the pack that has always been distributed. I won't speak about my own experience.
No, you can't speak about your own experience.
No, we're not going to do that. Anyway, apparently you're supposed to take them 3 days. 72 hours, within 72 hours. And then the 10% is it will not work. 90% it will work, if I am right.
Well, you know what? There are always chances if you do not follow the correct prescribed method of use, or if you mix the drugs, if you mix alcohol, or if you take other drugs.
Wait, if you take P2 with alcohol, it won't work?
Most people, it's the night after alcohol. So.
By the way, that's another thing. You see, that's why you need medical advice, because there are times when you'll take it and think that you're covered. Yeah, but then that's why you have to get medical advice. When you're taking any contraceptive, do not self-medicate. That is one of the things that leads to many other problems of which you cannot foresee. Because the body is complex and it does need a professional angle when you're dealing with medicine.
Before we wrap this conversation up, I just have a quick question for the audience. When you guys are going to buy this P2, whose idea is it? Is it you as the chick, or is the guy's idea? Huh? It's both. So you guys sit down, you say, hey, enye jana kuliendaje? Chemist. That's how it goes. I don't know. It's something to think about, and you know that we need to take our own sexuality and our own health very seriously, and not someone else telling us.
There's also a tendency, and this is something I have seen while working in the pharmaceutical field. I see a lot of people are using a physical product to deal with an emotional issue.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of times people come to me or to any pharmacy, and they just they're looking for something emotional, but they want a physical solution. So sometimes it would be a good idea to start discussing things like stress, loneliness, emotion, because we're now getting to a point where we're very open. We're a very westernized society. In the West, people have personal advisors, therapists.
Yeah.
It's important to have that, because as we transit and we move from one stage of society to another, we need guidance. But we're not talking about those things.
Yeah.
And then
so
we end up consuming these products,
trying to fix other issues.
Yes, we're thinking.
Kate,
yes,
let's get your final thoughts on this entire conflict.
My biggest thought after this is because I understand so many of us end up taking the e-pill because you were not thinking at that time. I've had a conversation before when you're talking to a couple of people and you're like, why didn't you guys actually use protection? They said they can't use it. Why can't they use it? It won't fit. Really? That's a lie. That's a big lie. And that's what people use a lot. So let no one lie to you that the reason why I can't use it is this or the other. Please, honey, no.
Don't feel anything.
That's the one biggest excuse I have had. I don't like it. It's not even better. No, really?
It's not sweet.
Oh, honey, look at her. Okay, see? There it is.
No, I said it's not sweet.
But you see, that the only solution to make it better is, of course, as he said, you have to think before you act, you have to plan before. And all of us know we are an informed generation. You cannot say you don't know these things. They are literally everywhere in our faces, in our Instagram, everywhere. So you can't say you don't lie. And stop lying to each other. Let's stop lying to each other, okay?
No excuse for ignorance here. I think that's been a productive conversation. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Patty, for all your thoughts. Give them a hand, please.
Thank you for having us.
I think the most important thing with this is, like Kate is saying, get the information that you need to get. Emergency contraception is for emergencies. Have another plan before that one backfires, all right? We're going to go over to Willis Raburu. He's got some hot trending topics for us coming up next.
All right, of course, those are the hot trending topics. Very interesting conversation there. Of course, the number one trending topic is still 10 over 10. Of course, we'll begin with a small clarification about one Oliech's girlfriend. There was a story that was done over on the gossip section. One of the lecturers says she's actually in school and she has not been suspended and she's not having any case against her. So we'd like to clarify that as well. And we will not say her name, but then that is exactly what happened. All right, let's move on to the hot topics for today. Uganda's president, Yoweri Museveni, created a social media storm this week, and it is raining memes. Now, this is a photo of him taking a phone call by the roadside, and it got everyone talking. But the question that we're asking is, who exactly is he talking to? Could it be Mrs. Museveni? Several celebrities, including our own Solem Ndoye, have tried to imitate the pose. Note that this happened the same day Kizza Besigye was released. So I wonder if you got that all-important text that came and asked, can we talk? That text that every man dreads, right? So of course, since kila mtu anaifanya, acha hata mimi nijaribu. Na hii kiti muliweka juu sana. So that is how we do it here. Nini, yeah, I'm talking to Robert. How are you? Museveni. Let's take a look at the next one. Compare and contrast. All right, we're talking about swimming in money. Well, check this out. While you're hustling to make ends meet, this lady here is swimming in money, literally. Now, we don't know the source of the money for this particular honey, but that is one expensive bathtub and shower. In the words of Victor Slodola, pesa utazo, mera, pesa utazo, that is just pepper. All right, so of course she's called Lisa Martinez. Apparently she is the latest socialite, so we'll be watching, and she's been layered as well. Pesa utazo. All right, if this man suddenly starts jumping up and down and scratching his underarms, we'll know why. Apparently, he enjoys monkey meat, according to a report by Citizen TV's Matthew Kandie. But that's not all. Donkey meat on our dinner table is no longer strange. In fact, in Baringo, the beasts of burden are being slaughtered for export. Soon you'll hear people say, sijui ni kwa nini nasikia tu ni kama nataka kubeba mzigo. Kumbe jamaa amekula. All right. Now, you know that trend, right? The hot new video or music scene comes on. Ladies automatically assume the position for that interesting dance, the one that is called a twerk. But twerking on live TV has its own unique risks, as one very eager lady embarrassingly found out. Here's the video.
Show me what a proper twerk is right now.
Yes, you have to be careful. Of course, you understand why we could not show you the whole video. What you're willing to show, my brother or sister, you're willing to share. That's it for the hot topics. Remember to tune in to to log on to www.edaily.co.ke. Special thanks to our eDaily reporter, Brian Okoth, for helping us compile this as well. Here's a look at what's coming up.
Freestyle, yeah, 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 mama, 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 suene.
DJ Crossfade.
Everybody, guanta, mama, freestyle. Ngalejo, gweta, ngalejo, gweta, ngalejo, gweta, mama, just the gweta. Yeah, yeah. Everybody, gweta. Freestyle. I don't know be dirty. Mama no dirty the waiter. Dirty there. I don't know feel the dirty. Mama no better the dirty. I don't know feel the dirty. Suene. Everybody, guanta.
Transport will be here soon to get the detainees.
Target in place. Commence extraction.